Rusty is an important Dalek character in the Twelfth Doctor era, appearing in his second and final stories and challenging the Doctor's perceptions of his own morality in ways that few other Daleks have managed to do. But who is Rusty and what makes him so important? Rusty was originally a Dalek drone like any other, attached to a Dalek saucer engaged in combat with the human vessel Aristotle. During the Dalek invasion of the galaxy that took place at some point following the siege of Trenzalore, the combined galactic resistance fought against the Daleks in battles across the galaxy, and during one of these engagements, Rusty was separated from his ship and captured by the human crew of the Aristotle. The crew held Rusty prisoner as he was demonstrating acutely non-Dalek behaviour. Due to the damage to his casing, Rusty's brain was subjected to excessive radiation and his memory systems malfunctioned, allowing him to see the beauty of the universe and recognise the futility of the Dalek crusade. The Doctor and Clara arrive on the Aristotle and convince the crew to let them diagnose the problems with Rusty. Joined by a group of human soldiers, the Doctor is miniaturised and enters Rusty's casing, combating the variety of automated defences and antibodies that reside inside the Dalek shell. The Doctor, hoping that Rusty had changed for good, repairs the damage to his casing. However, this simply reverts Rusty to his original state, and he goes on a rampage aboard the Aristotle and summons his Dalek comrades. The Doctor decides to fuse his mind with Rusty's mind in order to get through to him. However, all Rusty sees in the Doctor is his hatred for the Daleks, which he considers to be divine perfection and adopts for himself. Now the most hateful Dalek in the universe, Rusty turns on his allies and destroys all of the Daleks attacking the Aristotle, and returns to his ship to continue his campaign against the Daleks. Before he leaves, however, he imparts a shattering truth onto the Doctor. Rusty is not a good Dalek, the Doctor is a good Dalek. For billions of years, Rusty waged an endless war against the Daleks. Despite rumours that he was eventually put in the Dalek Asylum, Rusty actually ended up on Villain Guard and destroys any Daleks that dare approach him. He later assists the 12th Doctor in finding the identity of the glass avatars, but what becomes of him after this is unknown. By this point, Rusty was still using the battered casing that the Doctor infiltrated all those years ago. However, he also seemed to be linked to a huge device, possibly a life support machine or a data uplink terminal, which rendered him immobile. The fact that his hideout was littered with the decaying remains of destroyed Daleks, however, proves that he is still just as deadly as ever. Rusty's character arc is ultimately a sad one. While the Doctor tries his best to create a good Dalek, in the end all he ends up creating is the most hateful Dalek of them all. Rusty is not good, he simply hates other Daleks as much as he hates everything else in the universe. The fact that he chose to spend billions of years hiding out in the ruins of Villain Guard, exterminating any Daleks that come near, proves his endless desire for destruction. The scene at the end of Into the Dalek, where Rusty destroys the other Daleks, might seem triumphant from the point of view of the humans, who were just saved from certain death, but the Doctor's reaction and the music used for this scene illustrates the horror of what is really happening here. We see the birth of one of the most ruthless and destructive creatures in the universe. It's a good thing Rusty adopted a hatred of the Daleks, as without it, he might just be one of the most merciless and deadly Daleks in the history of the series. What do you think of Rusty? Do you think we'll ever see this Dalek Hunter again? How would you like to see Rusty return? Let me know in the comments below.